Find your purpose, find your meaning, find yourself. Because you are the one and only true person that's ever going to bring about happiness. I'm tired of this bullshit mentality that we got to find happiness out there or some materialistic thing that can bring me happiness momentarily, but lasting fulfillment year in and year out, where I say, God, that was the best
what's going
decade of
on?
my
This
life.
is
the Better Man channel, where we choose to pursue something more than superficial happiness that the rest of the world blindly chases after, but really never apprehends. It's always an eternal chase. As a student in high school and even in college, I had teachers, professors that said, man, these are going to be the best years of your life. And outside of the educational system, I had friends, family, parents, older people, whether implicitly or explicitly, tell me these are going to be the best years of your life. Enjoy them. And at the moment, you're like, yeah, I'm young. This is fun. Hell yeah, let's get it on. But as I grow older, as I gain some new insights, a little maturity, I realize what made them older people tell me that? What had they confined themselves to, where they had just resigned from actually living a meaningful life? They were just stuck in this prison of marriage and family and that 9-to-5 job where they're like, oh, you better enjoy this because it goes downhill after that. That's not existence. That's not living. What brought them to that level? And I think many times it's this idea of, in the youth, we're living the best years of our life, and that's supposed to bring us happiness because all these other conditions that have been imposed upon us, that's slavery. So they're saying, well, you're not quite yet a slave, so enjoy those moments. Enjoy life before it all comes crashing down. We've been there. We've probably been told that throughout different periods of our life. These are the best years of our life. My question being, what happens when those are not? Right? I enjoyed high school, man. I was good at school. I was decent at sports. I had girlfriends, had friends, all that. It was good. No responsibilities. Life was good. But it wasn't the best years of my life. And going through college, I had, the death of a cousin, committed suicide before I went, and just this addiction and struggling. They were not the best years of my life. So now, what the hell's, now what do I have to look for, right? Oh my God, am I just going to die now? Is it all over? And I think we deal with looking back at the past, maybe traumas, or looking back on how things didn't work out for us. And we look back like those weren't the happiness periods of my life. So what does it mean for me now? And I think we become a slave to this idea of what happiness is supposed to mean. We're enslaved with this dopamine fix. I gotta be happy now. I gotta be happy, gotta be filled, gotta be uplifted. Dopamine fix. And we lose sight of what is truly contentment, what is truly fulfillment. Happiness is a byproduct of being fulfilled. And so a lot of times we're stuck in the past, traumas that didn't work out how it was supposed to be. The best years of our life didn't turn out how they were supposed to be. And we're not letting go of that trauma. We're not letting go of the unhappiness. And in order for us to enjoy this moment, in order for us to get that mentality that, you know what, those didn't have to be the best years of my life. This right now, this year has the potential to be the best year of my life. In order for us to adopt that mindset, we have to begin to let go of the idea that those past relationships, those past years, those past situations were supposed to be the best. And so many people succumb to that idea because they see themselves now being enslaved in the quote unquote grown up age, that they hold on to those past. They hold on to the past, oh, when it was, or they even get caught up in daydreaming, well, what if? And so we're either stuck in the traumas of something didn't work out for us, or something even more traumatizing when it did supposedly work for us, when it was good. And in order for us to truly enjoy right now, to find that peace, that fulfillment, we got to let go of that. And that's the key question. That's the $1 million question. Well, how do I let go of the trauma? How do I let go of those years that were supposed to be my best, but didn't turn out to be anything resembling good? We just let go. And it sounds simple, but we have to let go of that, because those things, they're not conducive to happiness. Those things aren't the pathway to happiness. Happiness is a byproduct of being fulfilled. We're fulfilled when we find meaning. We find meaning by realizing that nothing else makes me happy. Nothing else can make me content. It's me being fulfilled, finding purpose. And when we come to that realization, we can look back, for example, at a past relationship. She broke my heart. She tore it out. She stomped on it. But when we find that that's a lesson learned, something that can actually help me improve towards finding the ultimate meaning, finding my ultimate self, my ultimate purpose, then we find fulfillment in that, because that's just another lesson learned. There's maturity in that. We're not stomping around entitled, by God, it was supposed to be the perfect life. No, we realize life happens. It's hard. It's harsh. Even sometimes it's not fair. And so that past hurt, that past relationship, those past years that didn't turn out good, that's a lesson learned. So it fulfills me in knowing that that enables me to be a stronger, more equipped person. The more experiences we have, the more capable we are of navigating through this harsh reality that is life. It's not always going to go expected. Someone that's never got in the game and been hurt or suffered a loss or defeat, they're going to be the first to quit when life happens because they're not experienced. So in order to let go, we actually see that as a lesson learned, something that we endured and overcame. It's taught us so that I'm a better man. And my happiness doesn't depend on the past. My happiness doesn't depend on the future. My happiness doesn't depend on that dopamine fix that's temporary. My happiness comes from being fulfilled, because happiness is fleeting. It comes and goes. To be stuck in the mindset that those were supposed to be the best years of my life, to be stuck in that limited mindset that that relationship was supposed to be the one and only one-itis that so many men fall into, that's a falsity that we should never even explore, because it entraps us, right? We stare into that abyss. That abyss eventually is going to stare into us and overtake us. Our happiness isn't dependent upon some momentary year that's supposed to be the best of our life. Our happiness isn't dependent upon some relationship that was supposed to work out. Our happiness isn't dependent upon anyone else. Our happiness is dependent upon us. And it's a byproduct of us choosing to be fulfilled. And it's going to be different in different people's lives. It's merely a subjective fulfillment. What fulfills you? What gets you out of bed at night? What helps you to sleep peacefully when you go to sleep at night? What gets you going? What gets that engine running? That's your fulfillment, and it isn't always going to bring happiness. The person pursuing that new entrepreneurial business or idea isn't always happy with the 18-hour work days, isn't always happy that they had to hire employees, fire employees, isn't always happy that they had to try this, try that, revisit the drawing board. But there is this overall contentment that comes with that being fulfilled. This is what I'm doing. So anybody tells you those were supposed to be the best years of your life, I get what you're saying, but every year has the potential to be my best year, because I'm not dependent upon certain periods. I'm not dependent upon certain people. I'm not dependent upon certain relationships. I'm dependent upon myself choosing to find what is fulfilling for me. And we see a generation of men that are kind of stepping away from this confining and limited narrative and beginning to say, what fulfills me? This is the best year of my life, and I'm going to build upon that into the next best year, and they're not always going to be rainbow, sunshine, and ice cream, but they're going to be fulfillment in that, and each year is going to bring lessons that I'm going to learn because it's going to make me stronger. Life is hard. Those harsh things come upon me, and I'm able to see them for what they are, and I don't get stuck and confined in them because I let them go, knowing that the lesson and wisdom in them makes me a better person, a more equipped person to face life, so that when I'm 40, 50 years old, I'm not telling them teenagers or the kids in college that, oh my God, these are going to be the best years of your life. And then maybe they turn out not to be so great, and those kids are left scratching their head. Well, what's left? That wasn't so great. So, and then we see them kind of buy into that sheep herd mentality, just going with the flow of life because, well, the best years of my life weren't so great, so what else can I expect? We don't become dependent upon a certain period, a certain person, a certain thing to bring us happiness. Happiness is merely a byproduct of us finding fulfillment. What people need to be telling these younger generations is find fulfillment. Search out different areas and see which one brings you more fulfillment. Find your purpose, find your meaning, find yourself. Because you are the one and only true person that's ever going to bring about happiness. I'm tired of this bullshit mentality that we got to find happiness out there or some materialistic thing that can bring me happiness momentarily. but lasting fulfillment year in and year out, where I say, God, that was the best decade of my life, that relies upon me. What the hell am I doing to become better? What am I doing to equip myself with a mindset that says I'm not going to be dependent upon anything else to bring me happiness? Happiness is a byproduct of me choosing to be fulfilled. The best years of your life, that's every damn day. We build upon that day in and day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out. And the rest of the world may look at you like, what the hell? But we found that true inner peace that says, I'm not dependent upon you or the next shiny object or anything you're trying to sell me. The best years of my life, this is the best year of my life because I make my best day. I choose to be fulfilled. I'm not chasing happiness. Happiness comes and goes. Fulfillment, that's me waking up every day and saying, damn, I truly enjoy who I am. I truly enjoy where I'm going. It's not always easy, but it is my path and I enjoy it. I love you guys. I respect you guys. You'll hear from me next episode.